emotional, understanding how close he is to this bracelet.
He is your main event champion. And with that, we welcome you back to Commerce Casino in Los Angeles, California. This is the World Series of Poker Circuit Finals, the final day of the main event. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Natalie Botez has our interviews covered today. You join us inside as we are oh so close to the Tournament of Champions, the only live event in the U.S. outside of Las Vegas to award an official World Series of Poker bracelet. Today, the main event final table, the final circuit main, after more than 25 stops on the tour, from 1,467 entries down to just 6 players, and Brent Hanks a first place prize of more than $328,000.
All that sweet cash at the top. It's all about the main. Down to 6, Jeff. I can't believe it.
I cannot wait to see how this plays out. And then, of course, a little bit later this week, complete coverage of the Tournament of Champions. A prize pool here of more than $2.2 million. That $1 million guarantee absolutely shattered. 1,467 entries across 3 different day ones. A look at the payouts. Our final 6 guaranteed $60,000. About a 21K pay jump from 6th to 5th. And we mentioned that first place prize of $328,273 and a World Series of Poker Circuit ring. We entered today with 15. We lost Sang Bo Sim to kick things off. It was then Leo Weisberg eliminated in 14th place. And Brent, I got bad news. Out in 13th.
What?
The legend, John Smith.
No, not John Smith. How does he? Come on, Jeff.
That left us.
That's your fault.
It's not my fault. 2 tables of 6. Raymond Ho says his goodbyes.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Sick hoodie, though, I must say. Vic O eliminated in 11th place.
He looks thrilled about it.
The door. And the fighter, the boxer, the legend, Audley Harrison. Hey, 10th place, not too shabby. We combine at 9 for our official final table. Taking the picture, it was all smiles for everybody until Johnny Bromberg was eliminated in 9th. Our end of day 1 chip leader, our first elimination of this final table, followed out the door by the SoCal staple, Jared Greiner. Quite the run for Greiner. He finishes in 8th. Eddie Pack entered today as the chip leader, out the door in 7th. So 6 remain. One of those 6 is Jessica Fearling. Before play resumed, she caught up with Natalie Botez.
Here with our chip leader, Jess, 5 days of this grind, and still you have so many chips. You're playing such a high level of poker. What does it take mentally to have this type of endurance and focus?
A lot. It takes a lot. I'm tired, but yeah. We're all like in the same boat, you know, all of the players, and it just matters, like, first of all, like studying until like everything becomes like automated, I guess, or some things become automated, like pre-flop ranges and stuff like that, and then yeah, and then just power through and hope you have a little bit more power than the others.
At this point, last day in this position, what is your main focus right now?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Absolutely. Your main focus at this point, this stage of the tournament, and in your position?
Just play my best poker. I'm chip leader now. I should apply the right amount of aggression, the right amount. I've done that mistake if been too aggressive before, but yeah, the right amount of aggression, and yeah, just try to make the other players make mistakes.
You've got a lot of fans in the chat, so keep pushing. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Jess. Brent, a very honest, genuine look, I thought, at what Jess has going on today in her mind.
Yeah, and what she was really trying to say, Jeff, was don't punt it off.
That's right. As she enters today, this final table with more than 15 million in chips, Amit, Shah, Cooper, the Cooper Felton that had just 2 big blinds yesterday?
That's the same Cooper Felton, the bushwhacker himself, the Homer Simpson hat. He's got the hoodie now to match on the button. Queen Jack, here we go.
The red chips were 25K apiece. Those browns 100,000 each. Amit Shah in the small blind with the King 10. Makes it 1.6.
Yeah, you're right. I should say 1.6.
Yeah, you don't want that to be misconstrued at 16 million. All right, Brent, what a week it has been at Commerce Casino and Hotel so far. We have so much going on. We have the World Series of Poker Circuit main event, and it was just fitting for us to bring into the booth the 2006 World Series of Poker main event champion and the coach of the Commerce Poker Pro team, Jamie Gold. It is fantastic to have you here.
So I'm so excited to be here with the 3 of you. Thank you for having me. We're gonna have a good time on the chat.
We are gonna have a good time. You mentioned the 3 of us. There are 2 of us here, I believe.
Oh, well, no, I'm here with my friend Brent Hanks and
Yeah.
my friend Jeff Platt,
Yeah.
and then there's this other guy,
Okay.
this alter ego, who's my new biggest hater.
Oh no,
named Brent.
I know who you're talking about.
Wait, what?
He seems to be here as well.
No.
I believe he's
It's gotta be
here.
some other guy.
So I feel like I'm here with 3 of you.
I mean, that guy, not Brent Hanks, who you're sitting next to, but
No,
that guy
couldn't
you
be.
mentioned is
Yeah,
absolutely ruthless.
I heard what he was saying. I mean,
Some
can you believe
commentator.
it?
I mean, I haven't heard it myself. You know, I've been playing.
Right. You've been
And
busy.
working, but my friends have been calling me and saying, "Why does this guy hate you so much?" And I just said, "That's not possible. We are friends."
Now, hate's a bit of a strong sentiment, I believe.
Sure.
It's all about the needles and love in here, Jamie, and that's... Don't worry, buddy. You're not alone as far as who's been...
Well, that's certainly true. You
Yeah.
have taken your shots at a multitude of people
every
throughout.
single player.
I realize that, and I am an easy target. I absolutely played the worst poker that I've played in so many years. By my own choice, I decided instead of focusing to try to make these TV tables fun.
Yeah,
And,
which you did, by the way.
I tried, and I punted off a lot of chips, and I played terribly, and it's the opposite of how I would ever coach anybody. By the way, I don't believe that I'm the greatest coach by any stretch. I'm just a great sponge for information of other great coaches, and I disseminate it really quickly and simply to people so that I want them to study with coaches, but they don't have the time sometimes right before, an hour before an event. I just try to give them the little bits and pieces, and it seems to really be helping. So I'm very proud that I can share greatness from other great coaches, not necessarily how I would play.
We'll of course jump into the action here and there, especially when we see something developing. But Jamie, how would you sum up, first off, how this World Series of Poker Circuit main event has gone here at Commerce?
Incredible. I mean, the job that the Commerce Casino has done here, and with all the execs working so hard, bringing in the World Series of Poker in the first place, GG coming in with all this incredible tech and power and sponsorship.
And great commentators.
Unbelievable. No, you guys are fantastic, and I've always said that. You make it so much fun. You make it so much more interesting. It's no matter how badly, I have no idea how bad it is, but no matter how badly you treat me, I still love you, and I think you guys are amazing, and I've always thought that. I mean, what you've done with your other shows, I'm not sure if we can mention.
That's fine.
It's okay to mention. No gamble, no future.
There we go. Thanks, Jamie.
And no, but it's really incredible what the Commerce has done here, and the fact that this is already the second largest circuit series in history, and they only had 1 month to prepare it. Imagine what it's going to be next year and the year after. I think they're going to have 3,000 runners next year. They might have
3,000.
That's just my prediction. I think they'll have 3,000 runners. Would they have 2,000 this year? I'm sorry, 1,500?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it'll double it next year. And because they're doing so many great things to encourage and inspire the players to look. They didn't have to give them these free rolls that we're doing with Phil Hellmuth and I. They didn't have to give them all these extra bonuses. We have a little bit of action.
I've been keeping my eye on this, and one thing is clear. Roberts, disastrous seat draw, having Veerling in position, and that was one example that we could see. Veerling pouncing on Roberts in the small blind. Shot it up pre. Did, in fact, connect with the flop, but you saw the holdings.
She's just
Queen
going to take the
five,
max
yeah.
pressure route every single time, huh?
I mean, having that stack is so important. You know, I do understand what it feels like to be at a World Series of Poker circuit, not just the main event, but in Vegas, but a circuit event. The last time I played, I did make the final table and came in second. It was a heartbreaker.
And who'd you lose to? We wouldn't know the guy, would we?
You'd never heard of him. His name is Antonio Esfandiari.
Oh, not Antonio.
Yes.
You're never going to live that one down.
Who I really like, but that was brutal.
He gave you a bad beat, didn't he?
He gave me the worst, one of the worst possible beats, I think. If we were even in chips, we got it in good. I had ace king, he had ace deuce, and it came ace deuce.
Oh.
And that was the end.
Oh.
He
only
covered
for Antonio.
he covered me by a tiny margin, and so, but it was such a great experience, and it does, you know, you really feel there's a whole different energy when you're at a final table. And we were not being live streamed, but there was still that pressure. There was a big crowd around. And you know, the live stream adds to the pressure, adds to the excitement. It's such a bonus that this can be recorded for life and that they'll have these memories forever. But while they're in it here, the pressure under the hot lights, it is so hot on that table just from the lights that people don't really think about it, and they don't prepare for it properly. They don't think about all the things that have nothing to do with playing your hand. And I think that sometimes there's an advantage if you really prepare properly and don't do what I did. Don't try to make it extra
Don't focus
fun
on the stream
necessarily. Really focus on your play and understanding the flow and the energy of the table and everything that other people are doing. You can pick up so much information, right? We're playing a game of limited information and limited tells, and you can pick up so much if you really pay attention. And so many people are so nervous that if you can take advantage of that they do not want to look foolish on a stream. They will never bluff on this show, but there are others who are purposely going to make those moves, like me. You want to put on a show, and you have to know what you're dealing with.
About Pilpa coming after it here after defending in the big blind with the 9-8 off.
And Roberts was just trying to get the showdown on this.
What
texture.
a great board to make a move on.
Sizable, too. See, Roberts only has 4.2 million. If he's wrong, it's decimated.
He probably feels like he's blocking a jack, so jack queen, right? He's not putting him on a straight.
Look at you with the block. Jamie, you've really evolved.
Shout out to Jamie Kerstetter, who would be talking about blockers.
Wow. Oh, Jamie's your coach.
No.
That explains a lot.
No, but she's a friend, and I
Wow,
do
how about
pay
that
attention.
call
What
by
a
Roberts
great call.
with the jacks?
Great call.
That is fantastic stuff.
Amazing.
From the Venezuelan. Has a World Series of Poker bracelet to his name, won the online Summer Saver last year for a little bit more than $150,000. This is his best career live score, and I think we expect plenty more final table appearances in his future just based on what we've seen on him throughout this tournament.
Been a fantastic player thus far. Believe we had him quite deep in the mystery bounty. Saw what he was capable of. No surprise that he's made the final 6. Critical pot now up over 30 bigs for Roberts. Right around 8 million chips.
Every double is crucial.
So Jamie, perhaps you can rewind in your career to take us perhaps through what Jessica may be thinking as she enters what is her first kind of quote-unquote big final table. And she enters that final table as a chip leader with the spotlight that you mentioned that comes with it, with the lights, with the cameras, with the outside added pressure. What do you think's running through her mind as she approaches this stage?
Interesting. The interview that I saw with Natalie, it seemed like she was really level-headed and understood what she was going through, which a lot of people don't. And they don't understand how to handle that big stack, and that aggression doesn't mean that you're just constantly being aggressive for no reason. You still have to pick your spots. You still have to change gears. You still need to figure out, when that right time is. And I think just from her manner, it seems as if she's preparing properly. She's probably talking to other people who have been there before. I'm a big believer in talking to and getting advice from people who have more experience than we do. You know, I was lucky enough to have Johnny Chan and Chris Ferguson and Doyle Brunson and all these incredible legends who were so kind and generous with their time with me, where I felt like I was so out of my element and I had no idea how to handle the big stage the first time. Because that was, when I won the World Series of Poker main event, that was my first time
Right.
playing it.
That's why I asked the question.
So I was
It's relevant.
completely out of my element and overwhelmed with excitement, but fear and doubts and, you know, similar bits of fear and doubts that we all still have. But it can get in the way of your focus. And you know, one of the greatest pieces of advice that I ever got was from Doyle Brunson, who said, listen, kid, whatever you're doing is working so well. It got you this far. Don't listen to most of what any of us say.
I love that.
Because if we change anything that you're doing, it is going to take you out of whatever groove you have going on. Focus on the path that you've taken and stay in that groove and just continue to do what you are doing. And I think he even said, he's like, Johnny's a friend of mine, but if he tells you to do anything differently than you're doing, don't listen. And just stay. And so it seems like she has a very clear path and focus and knows exactly how to handle, you know, this stage. You could see it doesn't seem like she's nervous at all. She's kind of locked in that zone. And I do find that you can figure out there's a certain energy and a flow to every table you play, and they're different every time.
Yeah.
And if you can get locked into that, there's an incredible amount of information that you start getting. Not just calling out people's hands. You should always be putting on people on a range of hands, but there are all of these different kind of tells and instincts and things that just come to you when you're really locked in that zone, and it feels like she's in that zone.
As Highland says in the chat, she's not inexperienced. We agree there. More than $750K in live tournament earnings. Her first live stream final table, though, playing for her biggest career score.
My brain hurts from all the math.
Just to feel some pressure going in.
Thanks. How about you?
Cooper Felton out of Australia won the WSOP Circuit High Roller there for about 56K USD.
Well, he's already guaranteed himself his career best score, the Bushwhacker. Another one very well studied. Jessica at the top of the show with Natalie talking about all she's been studying relentlessly up until this point. It was 34 minutes, by the way, late the start of day 3, which I was shocked to see this morning, but maybe it was just in the lab.
Potentially thought some studying time would be good.
Right. Well, I have a Canadian mom. So.
You know, I find boards like this hard to bluff at when you have nothing, because boards like that could easily hit even in the smallest way, on a draw, a pair, you know, some way or another. Boards like that,
Trying to add to my collection now.
you know, can inspire people to call you.
Shah will fire now as Felton turns a 5.
I won an online bracelet last year.
So it's the TOCs for all the last year play, or
anyone since the last
TOC?
TOC.
Okay.
Well, if Felton does call,
But of course, since everybody ignores online,
I'm curious what Shah's plan is if he goes unimproved on the river with just king high.
Really?
Yeah, and then I went back and I
Does he put him on a flush draw? Does he put him on a small pair?
Nice play. Well done.
Yep.
Gets that one through. That's got to feel good
Yeah.
for Steven Shah. About $76,000 in career live tournament earnings. One other World Series of Poker circuit cash on his resume.
And we know he's more of a recreational player, a business owner.
I'd rather
Just
not
out here living the dream.
I don't want to
So while we have a little break, I one of the things that my friends have told me that I have to share when I'm in here is that I guess, Brent, you were talking about my lack of success other than the main event win.
That was the other Brent.
That was the alter ego, Brent.
The alter
yes,
ego,
yes.
which I understand is absolutely fair, but they said that I should mention that they said don't be afraid to talk about the fact that I'm not an all-day, everyday tournament player. I've only played now 125 tournaments of 1,000 players or more, large-scale tournaments in my life. I usually just play at the World Series.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty small
I
number.
missed 4 of those years.
Right.
But 125 tournaments, I've cashed 50 times, and I've made 18 final tables.
Out of 18 out of
That's
125 is
crazy.
a wild
Not
stat.
bad. No, meaning it's not. Meaning it wasn't the only one and only
Yeah.
thing that I had ever accomplished in my small sample size. And so, just to share so that next time Alter Brent is coming at me, that, just let me play my next 125.
Yeah.
And let's see if I have, because I'm now focused on it again. I've been playing PLO every night online. And it's amazing when you're only focused on PLO for, all year round, to go back to tournaments in and of themselves are a different animal, but no limit hold'em tournaments and just PLO online all night, every night. What a different
Oh my
headspace.
goodness.
Wow.
Whoa.
Sorry to cut you
Sorry,
off, but this
sorry.
is a fascinating hand as Jessica opened there. Cooper Felton 3-betting, and with that ace-4 suited, Jessica rips it, and that's got to feel good
What
if
a
you're Jessica
great
Bierling.
aggressive move, putting him on a certain type of hand that he could not possibly call all in with.
Especially with a couple shorter stacks lingering.
Blown beast mode for Vierling. And just to touch on your point, Jamie, now, yes, of course it was open season. The roast was on for Jamie Gold, and it will continue to be so. That is just by design and by habit, frankly.
You could win the
Can't
main
help
the next
myself.
2 years, and he would just still continue.
But there was-
yeah.
And that's fair.
It was always very clear when you won it in 2006, you weren't a professional poker player.
No.
You went your entire career never having been labeled a professional poker player. Now, years and years later, you're falling back into poker. You're playing a lot more. But I don't even think you yourself would consider yourself a professional poker player by trade. So
Never have been,
Yeah.
but I am planning to focus on that now.
Okay.
yeah,
But I've always been doing other things, and more so in TV production, movie
Sure.
production. Yes, always more so than poker. But now I'm going to focus much more on poker and give it a shot.
yeah. And for a
So
guy
you'll have a
that-
lot more chances to make fun of me.
what you've accomplished is one of the greatest feats in the history of the game. 2006
thanks.
was a pivotal year for the industry. You did it. You were a star. You still are a star. And all of these very kind things that I'm saying about you now will probably be the last, as we'll
So, Jamie, while we still have you in here, I want to make sure that we hit on the Commerce Poker Pro team.
Absolutely.
We mentioned them throughout the course of the week, but if you could kind of just give us the summary of how that team came to be and your involvement with them.
Yeah, I started here at the Commerce. They have a tagline here at the Commerce where legends are born.
Yeah.
And my legend was certainly born here. This is the first place 30 years ago I ever played a live poker game in a casino. First place I ever played a tournament. First place I ever won a tournament
Winner
before they
here.
were keeping records.
Okay.
First place I ever won a small tournament, with like 300 people. And it was certainly my home. And so when we started talking, it was the World Series of Poker announced they were going to do the circuit here. And, I've been involved with the World Series of Poker, and I'm very loyal to that brand. And it's, that's also where my legend was certainly born
Sure.
and grown. And so when they became partners and then they started working with GG, it all just made so much sense. They had this incredible idea where they wanted to grow the game of poker. They wanted to give back to the community. So they decided they were going to allow anybody who played 100 hours in their poker room during April would get into a free roll. There were 500 entrants, and the top 20 were given $30,000 packages to play in every major event here at the series, every major event in the Circuit Series in November, the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas, $5,000 travel money, plus then all these new surprises. Then we decided that I would help, because I've learned from so many incredible other coaches, that I could then impart a lot of that coaching to them. So I kind of gave them a very quick over the last week, and then we just text each other and help each other through it. We've created a community of this team now where we all help each other and support each other. It's been incredible, and now they're planning on doing things all around the country and all around the world in conjunction with the World Series of Poker and GG. The commerce is going to continue to grow the game through their players, through their team, through coaching, and consistently give away. So that's why they invited Felton here, who's been so generous with his time, and that the two of us could do a Beat the Legends challenge, which will be live on your stream.
Love that. Tomorrow.
Yep. And these people can qualify, and it was all free rolls for everybody. They could win 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, now 15,000 on the final. And they're just continually just giving and giving and being so generous. And I love working with them. It's so easy. It's just very rare to have that many people that you have a history with. And even just the floor people and the dealers. And some of these people have been here for 30 years.
Yeah.
And so just coming back home and seeing, I've been in New York for the last 5 pretty much. And so I'm now going to move. I lived out here for 25 years. It's certainly a second home for me. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time in California, and I'll be traveling with the Commerce team. And we will have a major presence at the World Series of Poker all summer. So I will certainly see you guys, and hopefully you'll see some big cashes from our team.
Well, that sounds amazing. The Commerce people tell me in the chat that we have to kick you out because you just have so many gigs going on. But on behalf of Brent and Alter Ego Brent and myself, we just want to say thank you very much. We always love seeing you. We're so glad that you're 100% healthy and involved with the Commerce and involved with the WSOP. You're a great friend of ours, and we love hanging out with you.
You guys are fantastic. You do such an incredible job. Seriously.
Thank you.
Poker sometimes watching on stream can be really boring.
Yeah, we agree.
And you guys make it so much fun.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Yeah, you're fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you,
man.
Jamie. There he is.
Jamie.
Jamie Gold. There's your security escort, Chris, with GG.
Wow.
He's a tough guy, so you better get out of here quick.
How about that, Jamie
Gold.
spending some time with us here
a
in the booth.
legend that is. Very much appreciate the time.
Now, do I have to still be nice?
Yeah, he hasn't actually left the room yet.
He's right here. Okay,
yeah,
fair.
Probably.
Fair. Look at
Felton
the war
firing back
going
at
back and
Veerling.
forth.
The 4-bet jam kind of got that nod of approval from Jess. Like, okay, I see what we have going on here.
Yeah, I have a feeling this sort of warfare has been going on leading up to this final table. These two exchanging blows.
It's the small blind raise special on this table.
Felton versus Veerling. We'll be back to focusing more on the action, just only at Jamie for a limited amount of time. Wanted to get in what we had to as far as the WSOP, as far as the excellent work that Commerce is doing, the Commerce Poker Pro Team, Jamie's involvement, all of the good stuff. But we're with you guys in the chat. I see you guys. So let's have a big-time main event final table, Brent Hank, shall we?
I think we're here.
I mean, some of the
Jeff.
play that
We're
we've
present.
seen already, like,
Yeah.
let's go.
This is insane. Veerling in full-blown beast mode. She raised it up on the button last time with Jack-3 off. I'm sure you saw that. I think it's an almost any two will do scenario. Applying max pressure. I would imagine Shara has to be aware at this point that she is opening 100% of hands.
With that said, did notice Shah call from the big blind pretty light earlier in that three-way spot. I think when he had King 4 off.
He did, and that was after the small blind had called with Queen Jack suited.
Oh, blocking. Sorry, didn't.
I understand Shah mixing it up there with the call with King X, but probably just folding there and just looking to get a lot of reshoves through. Can also be attempting, if you're blessed with big hands, the premiums, to try and trap.
Or
see, this is him trying to fight the fight, right? Leading out unorthodox. The body language from Vierling saying,
I think unorthodox is the perfect word. You saw the facial expression. We've mentioned that Jess is very studied, and you just don't see these kinds of leads from the King 6-5. It makes the dynamic all the more fascinating.
You know if we're doing a dinner break?
What's that?
Is there a dinner break, or
I don't
you're
know.
just ordering
I'm
food?
just starving, so I'll eat in my 15-minute break.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Shara about 6.8 million.
If there's a dinner break, it'd be next break. No?
Yes.
Not this break, right? 20.
If my suits had been reversed, I would have raised you.
Yeah, why don't you join the party, Jess? Come on. that was for you to call. What was the deal? Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
Just saying, if she had the Queen of Diamonds, she's
What did you say?
If my suits had been reversed, I would have raised you.
got the blue plaques, by the way, out here, 500K a piece.
I believe you. You would have thrown one of those blues in and it would have sucked me out.
Probably.
Rinse, wash, repeat. She's just going to continue to attack. It's part of the job.
500? 500, is it?
Felton defends, Queen Jack suited. 10, 7, 3, 1 heart. Top pair for Vierling, 3 to the Royal for Felton.
Yeah, I think it's guaranteed action on future streets. Don't imagine Felton would just check fold. The 2 overs, the backdoor straight, and the flush draw. The Royal draw, as you stated, Jeff. We'll see. Not sure what the sizing is.
Sizing small, 350K. Felton check calls. Turn brings the 3 of hearts.
Let the meta sort of soak in. It's almost like Jessica was expecting a lot of check calls on that texture. Maybe mixed in with some check raises as well. She's so dangerous with top pair. And now remarkably improved picking up the backdoor flush draw. She can be concerned about him having a 3 for sure. There is the check back deception.
River King of Clubs. Vierling's hand still best.
Waters to me seem a little murky. It's almost like Felton has a hand, Queen Jack high, that, call me crazy, could be almost worthy of a check call as a bluff catcher on rivers as well.
Tricky spot for Felton.
Instead, because of the check back on the turn by Jess, the door's open. He's going to bluff. Beautiful stuff by Vierling.
To your point, some deception there with that check back on the turn. Allows her to control the size of the pot and also keeps all the bluffs in on the rivers.
It's great stuff.
Yeah, this is a fantastic display by Jessica Vierling. She's won 5 out of the last 10 hands. Finished third in the 2022 Choctaw WSOP Circuit main for $158,000. Needs second or better here to eclipse that.
Stat there, she's won 5 out of the last 10 hands. I believe she's also raised 10 out of 10.
Yeah. And those of you in the chat questioning the sizing, I kind of like the small lead there. He's just trying to get like the ace highs to fold. It's not like he's targeting a 10 and hoping a 10 folds. Kind of like going small there on the river on that board.
Where'd you get that at? Online?
Yeah, it's a random Instagram ad. I was just like, snap cool.
Yeah. Snap click.
Yeah. I've never bought anything off a store. Yeah. Caught my eye.
Roberts.
How does he
turns
find
an
that?
Ace. Corey, what are the pay jumps like? Our final 6 are guaranteed $60,000, 21K pay jump from 6th to 5th. Up top 328K.
Understandable call from Shah. Bryce Roberts just quick check back with the ace on that river. Get the showdown, drag the pot. Maybe didn't feel like he could get 2 streets, but certainly have been targeting a 9 or a 7.
Thank you.
The rail's starting to build today. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing for a pile, the ring, the seat into the Tournament of Champions.
Leia gets moved to the rail today.
It's just strange. It's all different. Even the cash, they do collection.
There's a look at our payouts. $60,000 guaranteed to our final 6.
Even though they're both 30-minute, but it's just different 30 minutes.
No.
Zenny says that's not awful, but after taxes, it's only like 230K. Yes, thank you, Zenny, for telling us how the taxes work.
Yes, thank you. And also, Zenny letting us know he won $1 million on DraftKings and only had to pay $200K in taxes.
Probably cheated the IRS on that one.
Wow.
Vierling raises it up to 500K.
There you go, Zenny.
Felton with 9s on the button.
Very nice out of Felton. Does not put in the 3-bet with the 2 9s. It's allowed, by the way. The chip leader, the most aggressive player at the table, can have monsters. Seeing right here, right now. For Roberts, is he thinking about? It's
I
only
think he's
fold
trying to
or
manipulate
squeeze.
the clock and taking his time, so maybe he gets the button with when the blinds go up.
Believe you're right, but we have seen him
But
play quite
yeah,
aggro.
he's crazy. If anybody's going to do it, it would probably be Roberts, but I think this is a clock play.
And not with this hand, I can't imagine.
Right,
7-3 off. We're spot on, Jeff. There is no intent to do anything but take more time.
King 7 deuce. Queen still best.
Bushwhacker, by the way, right in the blender this hand. Players are going to be very content with pot control. Oh, this card saves him, I think.
I think so, too.
Fearling was easily going to get one street pending texture. Oh, I don't think she will.
River brings another deuce.
Read the thought process. She was confused with the check turn and thinking, okay, wait, what? If he had an ace, I don't think he would check. She is going to go for that street. What a sicko.
Excuse me. You know which server it was? Or is
I
it
couldn't even get to it because they went on break.
Oh.
It was small 350K.
The lady at the bar, she said she couldn't
Just seems perfect.
No.
8s, 9s, 10s. May feel compelled to call. I think she would even do this with all the air balls, real small sizing. It's so effective.
Good lay down by Felton. Another nice pickup for Jessica Vierling. You see the players getting up to go on break. We're not going to go on a break. We're going to keep it here. We take a look at our final 6 at the World Series of Poker Circuit main event. Cooper Felton has run Ace King and Aces twice in this tournament. He was down to 2 big blinds, and here he is with just 6 left. Jim Roberts is for his first big live win of his career, and it's all about Jessica Vierling.
At least the list online with all the names. Right. I don't know if you've seen it. But
Is there a dinner break?
I was just wondering.
Who has,
do you know how
at
many
this
people
point, I think safe to
qualified
say, a
this year?
fairly commanding chip lead.
I think every year it's been 1,000.
She's approaching
Usually around like
40% of the chips in play. Is that right? I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
The first year,
I'm watching Pilpa down at the bottom. We saw him yesterday a little bit. He can get after it. You have nothing to lose. You're the shortest stack right now.
Right.
Under 20 bigs.
I'm trashing the place already.
Good luck in that.
Can't imagine he's going to pass on any spots.
Vacuum here. It's like dirty as hell.
Be careful that I can't see your cards when you fold.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, did he do one of these?
Yeah.
Oh, I show you my.
Did you see it?
No. I don't think so. Like, I don't remember, like, not clearly.
Maybe I meant to do it. You know?
But I.
6 calls.
Roberts limits in with the Queen 10. Vierling gonna look down at a good one in the form of the Ace Jack. Anon says these guys couldn't even cash my local bar tournament. Anon, I'm just guessing that's wrong. Just guessing that's a poor prediction on your end.
That depends on the bar. I mean, I don't know where Jason Kuhn and Isaac Haxton
That's true.
and
There's
Chidwick all go out
like
for
a
drinks.
Triton bar.
Eight raises.
Roberts, still a playable one perhaps.
I think he expects a lot of this where he limps and she'll just apply max pressure and raise. Very comfortable calling with Queen 10. Had he been under 20 bigs in the 15 big blind range, it may have just been all in pre.
Instead, call sees a flop of 8-6 deuce. Turn is a queen.
That's a fantastic sight for Roberts. Just married to the hand at this point, and now going to go for value.
600,000.
Tune to 600K. Yearling calls river 3. Now looking for almost 2 million worth in the river.
Roberts had a hand like 9-10. Would he be taking the same line? Double gutted, small bet on the turn, larger on the river.
Oh, my
Great
bad.
fold
No,
by
you're messing up.
Veerling as well.
Sunglasses on the sensor not allowed? That's very weird. You got that Google Glass,
Yeah.
you know?
Scans my bluff.
Reverse scans the cards.
Ship it a chair, man. I know what you can do with that. Same. I don't want you any more of those.
Para 2 8s.
One raise, 600,000.
Roberts, Queen Jack on the button. Let's it go. Gilpa, King Jack off. Shortest stack, about 15 bigs.
One bet, 550,000. 9 folds. Move.
Well, Jeff, we've got a large chat audience with us today.
Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Make sure you guys click that thumbs up if you haven't already. Like the channel. Show GGPoker your support.
Michael in the chat, could you get multiple cashes since they allowed multiple bullets? Yes, you could. It's about 15% of this field cash, but only 10% would make it to day 2. You could have made the money, then busted, then fired the next day, made the money, then busted or advanced. As Natalie and Jessica have discussed, she was playing this one for all of the day ones.
It raised to 600,000.
600K here. On the button, Shah, Queen 8 suited.
One call, third call.
Looks for deuce, no spade. sizing here.
That's 1.1 million.
It's just going to be the max pressure route, folks. Put so many hands in tough spots.
Like if you have a 4 here,
right,
you're just mortified.
Knowing you're going to maybe have to put your whole stack in at some point. Now veerling almost half of the chips in play.
Ish.
Closer to half than anybody else. That's for sure. Yeah, half would be about 29. I don't think she's quite at that.
On 20.
Yeah. Oh, we having some sandwiches up there, fellas?
Wow.
Lappy's up there with Leia.
Little buffet for the boys. Is the dog?
Was that Wayne?
Oh, was Wayne there? Seeing his chair?
Alcoholic Wayne working hard. Cash Money says tough to play against her. Indeed. Very difficult opponent. Ashley Jenkins rooting for Jessica. She's a crusher. Also have to agree there.
All in.
Ilpa, all of it. King,
Yep.
queen suited. Winner. Good point by Arrow Griner. Only person I want to see eating a sandwich is Kaya Blue. It's Xavier Kaya Blue earlier in the week.
McLovin.
Yeah.
Guy can really eat the turkey. I hope we see more of McLovin.
Here we're digging
Later
in here
shows.
with
Yeah,
Mike
look
on the.
Yeah.
Oh, pour some dressing in there.
And they're right there really grinning. He wanted a bite.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be offered one, perhaps. Marty, I think she's doing a good job. I would definitely hate to play against her. She knows how to put the pressure on. Yeah, as we've seen throughout really a couple days of coverage. Shah 9-6 off. Amit Shah is who we know the least about. A couple Hendon Mob records, not sure if accurate for him.
He obviously had one hell of a start to the day, though. Wasn't
Yeah,
particularly
right.
deep coming into day 3 with the final 15.
Had 4 million to start the day.
And I believe started the final table when we picked up coverage right around 12 million. So he's been hot.
Flops a gutter here as Roberts flops the ace-high flush draw. Queen on the turn, and Roberts will keep coming after it.
Board pairs.
Oh.
Wow, yeah.
Shah.
He's going to put him in a world of hurt.
Whew.
Thought Roberts might just check back. The flush draw concerned about maybe Shah. He could have a queen, right? He called the flop.
Yeah, this is the broadcast booth, but if you go around the corner, you'll get into the... What's that? Oh, can't get through?
We've got a lost...
don't know how to help.
Got a straggler
here.
here.
Yeah, just come on in.
Just
no
going to walk
problem.
through here. Sure, yeah, head on
Maybe
in there.
just go around that way. On the third floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Your stairway, just come in. It's just... Oh, that's
Good luck out there.
Best of luck. Nice. Just take a left down the...
Not like we have a big hand developing or anything. Roberts makes the call.
And
no way.
rivers the 8 of spades.
How in the
which
world?
delivers the straight to Shah and the flush to Roberts. Shah thinking he gets bailed out. Instead, the worst river card he could imagine, the all-in and the snap call. And Shah knew it right away. Wow. Christian Roberts up to 17 million in chips. What a river.
Just a picture-perfect card for Roberts.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, another very tough player picking up chips.
5.25.
You notice the shirt selection for Roberts? Every day
Yeah,
it's
new
some
one
sort
and
of
vibrant.
flowery
Yeah.
button-up. That's his calling card.
$5.250? Yes.
The all-in. Just knew it right at the snap. Roberts reveals the flush. Is very close now to Vierling.
Did we get the guy's name, by the way, that came in to pay us a visit?
I don't believe so, but his timing was pretty bad, I would say.
Thought
And
it
then
was-
to just keep talking with us like we don't have headsets on and screens in front of us after telling him it was the broadcast booth.
Yeah.
To give us an insight into what he's been dealing with throughout the course of the day.
Thought it was
staying on
another
the
man
third
of the
floor.
law coming in
right,
here to
right.
arrest one of us.
I've never seen anybody come in that way.
It's just some stranger who's found the emergency staircase lost out there just trying to play a little poker.
And then he just decided at one point he was just going to come right on through.
We should have put him
we
on the
said
headset.
Go the other way. Yeah, might as well.
Come join us, Wally.
Shah, ace-9 offsuit. It all goes in. More than 10 bigs. Does represent
It's like 3 million or something.
about half of Shah's.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I have it. It's like 3.
Winner. Sasha, are you saying there's a party in the booth? There seemed to be for a little bit.
Maybe it was part of the Jamie Gold entourage.
Maybe.
That was security for him.
Felton, ace-king suited at one point yesterday. Cooper Felton, the man in the green. The bushwhacker, as Brent calls him, was down to 2 big blinds.
Yeah, he had 165,000 chips total. Ran ace-king into aces twice.
Just stayed alive. Weather guy plays booth. Sounds like a great hangout. They give you all a mini fridge. Oh yeah, we got drinks in here. We got snacks in here. Give us great food. And they just lay it all out for us. Great production crew from GG.
Thank you.
They really do take great care of us, don't they?
Adam Tom is the best.
Maybe we should find out where they headed next.
You can just follow around this
Hop
crew.
on the tour bus.
Probably chartered a jet. After the gentleman came in through these doors, GG sent about 8 people to make sure that doesn't happen again. But we didn't mind.
Hawaii Boy says, is this live?
Nope.
No, definitely not live. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Certainly not reading the chat as well, Hawaii Boy.
Right. We don't follow the chat, Hawaii
Because
Boy.
it's not live.
Right. So how could we? Bean, good question. Does Natalie get any of those drinks or is she cut off? Get back to you on that. Robert says 2 sevens. Makes the call. And Vierling squeezes 2 aces.
Well, buckle up. Curious on the sizing. I mean, it's such warfare out there, too.
They've seen her be so aggressive.
She can be doing this quite wide. Trying to put Felton in the bin while also doing the same to Roberts, who snuck up in his second in chips. Insane amount of pressure expected out of Vierling. Roberts knows this.
Let's go with the sevens.
Very nice.
Pretty quick
Yeah,
fold, pretty nice. A nice pickup for Vierling.
He's fortunate enough to have not had like 2 10s or 2 jacks there. Still, you're in ICM hell.
Yeah.
I think he preloaded some sickness into the deck.
150K, 300K, 300K big blind ante. 6 players left. Jessica Vierling and Christian Roberts on top of the chip counts. Then a huge fall off before our remaining 4.
And that fall off that you're pointing out, that's why Roberts has to just play so tight. He knows he's got top 3 money essentially locked up. Top 2 perhaps.
Not incentivized to play big pots against Vierling.
What a Better river would have been the old offsuit 9, right? Offsuit 9.
So any criticism in the chat about any player, not about their play, but personally, whoever it is, I'm going to be pretty relentless with the ban hammer that I've been given from.
Are you out there banning people
Absolutely.
already?
Yeah.
Wow. What?
You know what's funny?
So just keep that in mind.
I tanked, so you were I had ace king.
But you're going to let some things go, right?
Oh yeah, if you make fun of us, no problem.
Okay, great.
Did I reverse call the time?
But
Yeah,
taking
thank you. Yeah.
non-poker shots at players not
Now,
going to
what
allow
were you
that.
doing for the folks that were coming after Jamie Gold? Letting that stand?
Well,
I noticed a lot of those, but you didn't have the authority at the time?
I didn't have. Well, I might have as Pilpa shoves, but there was just so much of it that I couldn't. I'm not fast enough with
keep
the
up
ban
with
hammer.
it?
Yeah. I actually wasn't really paying attention to the chat during that one.
Is that right?
4.125.
Focus on Mr. Gold, the legend that is.
Yeah, that's 4.
A bit of a difference.
Yeah. Only a million.
I was going to fold anyways, but I wanted to know how much it was.
Are you folding a 3.125? Are you folding a 3 also?
As Veen says, making fun of Jeff and Brent are encouraged. Absolutely.
Should have just kept my mouth shut.
Dur says announcers sound like children. You got to be a little better than that, Dur.
I was hoping she'd double me up and I can get some blocks.
I think she's going to be reluctant to pay with those for a little bit.
Spread them out a little, you know?
You might get a few, heads up.
Dur Dushin? Is that his
Might use
name?
them to bet the
Yeah.
river.
The second comment isn't that terrible, Jeff. He called you a platypussy.
All right, that's better.
Yeah. So he's getting there.
Very nice comments in the chat for us, believe it or not.
Yeah, aren't there any
Thank you
nice
guys.
things to say?
There are, but I
Oh.
don't want to make it about us. I
Right.
just
How does it come?
Is that 700?
Yeah, that's the
Jason says making fun of Jeff and Brent is too easy. Yeah, we get that. Felton force in the big blind. Facing the Pilpa open.
Yeah. No, and then you got to go for it. Just hope I have a queen.
Yeah, that's what I was. All in.
Let's jam. Get through. Smattering of applause from the rail.
Standing ovations.
I am going to, now that we have the chat's attention,
Yeah.
I'm going to make a rule.
Oh.
There will be no Tournament of Champions coverage, the bracelet event, unless we get 1,000 likes.
Okay, wow.
1,000 thumbs up. Show GG
I mean,
Poker.
we're planning on covering the whole
The
tournament,
support,
so we
yeah.
kind of need those.
Going to pull the plug. GG, they'll probably overrule me, but that's fine. But we're going to pull the plug. Got to have 1,000 likes. So just start clicking the thumbs up button. A little thumb job.
Bingleton says STFU, not sure what that stands for, and talk about their hands. All right, Roberts folds the 7 of clubs and 5 of spades. Fearland is down at the ace of clubs and queen of diamonds. 300K to call. She has 21 million in her stack. Pilpa, ace deuce offsuit, folds off 4.6 million. Shara, 7-8 of diamonds, both diamonds, folds. Shah with the jack of diamonds and the 3 of hearts, folds. How is that? Is that good?
I think you called the hand.
Okay.
Very well done. Extremely boring.
Very exciting. Pope, God only gave me 2 thumbs, but YouTube will only allow me to give you 1. That's fair. We'll take 1.
Yeah. Yeah. I just tested it. In order to like it, if you're watching it on your phone, you have to X out the chat, then click the thumbs up,
then you can
go back into the chat. I've really mastered YouTube.
Nice. Brooke says, I'll give you a like if you bring Wally back as a special commentator. We'll work on that. Roberts defends. Off the gutter, top pair for Jess. Those pretty big wins. As we've mentioned, as Brent said, Roberts doesn't want to get too tangled up with Veerling.
Yeah, even that gutter with 9-10, 9 of heart. King 10, maybe we peel?
Yeah. Dave, what are the blue plaques in front of Veerling? Those are worth 500,000 apiece. The brown/black chips worth 100K, red 25,000 each. Cooper will fold the Jack-9 suited, looking for a couple other eliminations.
He's also not incentivized to play.
Right.
Hilpa and Shah both have under 20 big. Shara has 8. Did she just have aces
The
and got
walk
a walk
with the aces.
Did she look?
I don't know. The reaction doesn't make it look like it.
I don't think she did. Wow, running hot. While also running
But
bad.
yeah,
having no
right,
action.
right. Joe, what time's Natalie come on? Well, it depends on a multitude of things.
Yeah, we haven't. We saw her in the chat very early in the show.
It's our interview, Jess.
That was it for Natalie.
Yeah, that's
could be an early one for her. Just
oh, you think so? Started.
I mean, depends on if it's the red or the white.
Right.
Maybe she's moved on to the brown bottles today. Who knows?
Oh no. Ace Jack for Veerling. So we'll go the max pressure route, built with folds. Veerling continues to accumulate. Joe says Natalie's at the bar with Tiffany Michelle.
Well, that would not surprise me whatsoever. Match made in heaven. By the way, who is everyone rooting for?
Oh, good question.
In the chat, who are you guys supporting? Curious who has the largest fan base.
Jack suited, Roberts in the cutoff.
Shara, a lot of Cooper, tons of Jessica.
Curious to see how Veerling approaches this spot.
This is 1 and 2 in chips. Ace-9 seems not a bad holding. Probably want to apply a ton of pressure to Roberts. Roberts must know this.
Yeah. But even though that ace-jack suited looks pretty, he's certainly going to feel the heat.
It shrivels up. It's like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, every time.
With a few short stacks lingering, it just makes things so difficult when you're in a oh-so-clear second place. And deuces into the muck, Brent.
Horrible fold.
Roberts makes the call.
I think this quick, confident call, Vierling can very quickly assess the sort of range that she's up against.
8-3-3, no clubs.
Extremely dry texture. Of Thunder is just a disaster for Roberts. Maybe even one, but I don't think giving up on ace-jack quite yet. It is a clubless texture, the flop. And for Roberts, guess who has all the threes, if any, here? It's Vierling. She can do this with 4-3 suited, ace-3 off, king-3 suited.
But to your point, Roberts thinks ace-jack a little too good. Turn is a 7. 7 of spades.
Has the ace of spades. Another layer to think about if you're Vierling. How elaborate do we want to run this bluff?
Reaching.
She is unreal. Just insane amount of pressure about to be applied. Look at this.
So many chips, it's hard to get the hold of some stacks.
Roberts might throw up on the table.
Yeah.
She's laughing. And look what this does to him. He's got 12 million behind, still second in chips. If he continues to try and be a hero, and if he's wrong, it's a stone disaster. This is just relentless aggression out of Vierling. I can't fathom Roberts continuing in this hand. It would be insanely remarkable. Vierling's level of aggression is off the charts.
Draws the stare from Roberts.
What can he do, Jeff?
Yeah.
I mean, it's sometimes you just have to bend the knee.
Right, realizing that, yeah, most likely you're just getting bluffed all the time.
You're probably getting worked. You're getting
smirk.
bluffed, but you can't do anything about
There's that fold. Bravo, Jessica Vierling. A sigh of relief.
That was scary.
And being so genuinely honest. Like, well, I know what I need to do. I'm going to do it.
Big pot. Very good times.
I was shaking too.
Pocket kings.
Oh, it's shaking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Again.
More chips into the stack of Jessica Bierling. Running the show.
Yes, you did.
Sigh of relief.
Got it through.
That's such a good card in my hand. That's such a good card in my hand.
Sorry, guys. Coming in with dust.
Deuces into the muck.
Yeah, we might have. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I lost that. I was
I never looked, but it's only on the screen.
Mine was garbage. It was definitely better.
Hey, Cooper gets a win,
There's
Jeff.
Cooper, and a little bit earlier, Natalie Bodie caught up with the Aussie in the middle of quite the comeback.
Maybe I was crushing it.
Yeah, you were crushing me, probably.
Here with Cooper from our final table. Of course, you're still sporting the hat. It's a little bit different today, mentally taxing at this stage of the event. How would you summarize it?
Well, it's day 3 of an event. You know, we've been playing 12 hours every single day. So, you know, this is where it comes down to it. You need to be ready, be prepared. And I'm feeling good. You know, 6 left. Got my biggest score right now, but we're going for number 1. So, yeah, ready to go.
Obviously, things evolve throughout the tournament. Strategy changes. What is your main focus right now?
My main focus, just to play the best I can. I mean, ICM's, you know, always changing. You know, we can't really know what's going to happen because stacks always change or whatnot. All I can do is just do the best I can, and from what I've studied or whatnot, and yeah, see how we go. You know.
Best of luck. Thanks for the time.
Awesome.
All right, thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Cooper. Seems pretty calm, composed, realistic.
Yeah. I feel like he's the kind of guy that slept well.
Yeah, I think so.
No nerves, really. Just okay.
Knows what tournament poker is all about.
Happy-go-lucky. See what happens. Play my A game. I would imagine he's come to the realization he very well could have been out yesterday. It's miraculous at this point.
Shah, the A7 of hearts, makes the call, and here we go. Felton doesn't like it, of course, but not in terrible shape to eliminate Amit Shah.
60-40.
Natural night, surely, right?
Natural 8, wow, what a cool.
Crowd on their feet. Shah all in and at risk and on his feet.
Doesn't matter.
I have a backpack to put on, but I would do that right now, you know?
It is,
King Jack 4, 1 heart. Couple backdoor draws for Shah, but outflopped by Felton.
Summon the 10 of hearts.
Turn is a 9 to just turn Shah dead. Nice pickup for Cooper. Felton scores the KO. Great run by Amit Shah, out in 6 for more than $60,000. Ace on the river for the needle.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's weak.
Well, love the denim. Love the score. One heck of a tournament for Shah. 60,000 dimes. Support out there. Denim on denim. I like this.
Okay.
Got the crew.
Allowed to run good. Who would have thought?
It's ambitious. I respect it.
5 remain now.
I guess I'm glad that
Cooper becomes a little more dangerous. The bushwhacker.
Some love from the chat. Back to the Vierling show, though, for the moment. Raising with ace king.
What a jack. Dude, that's not lose
Shows it.
It's like I always have this.
Not always bluffing, guys. I'm Well, yes, I am.
$81,000 guaranteed to our final 530K pay jump from 5th to 4th, and huge amount of chips reside in front of Jessica Vierling.
One elimination away from everybody
All in.
achieving six-figure scores.
How much is up?
I heard an all in. It came from James Pilpa. And Shah has asked for a count with ace-queen. And our two shortest stacks could get involved here.
3,875. 3,875,000.
For almost all of Shah's stack.
Remember, Shah, we've seen him all day yesterday. He was passing in these spots. Not today. He's going for it.
And we're just gonna flip for it. Cooper looks slightly interested in the pay jump. Pilpa gonna be all in and at risk with the eights against Shah's ace-queen. Where every all-in is so intense for everybody.
On the flop.
That's pretty big.
Here we go. And 7 deuce, safe flop for Pilpa. Shah looks for an ace or a queen. Doesn't find it on the turn. Can Pilpa survive? Yes, he can. James Pilpa up to 8.5 million in chips, and Shah is decimated. This is Pilpa's biggest career score. And can be said for Shah. And Roberts. And Felton.
Everybody except Jessica Vierling. This is their largest score.
In the live ranks, Roberts had a big online score.
Extremely short now for Shah. You can see he has 825,000. And under the gun, all in. Here we go.
King 3 suited.
6 folds.
How much is it?
It's going to be good enough for the ace deuce.
825,000.
See if Pilpa can finish him off.
9 calls.
25.
Yeah, 825.
Ace deuce versus king 3. $2.1 million if Shah wins this. He's up to 7 bigs before his big blind. And it comes ace 10-9 with 1 club. Backdoor draws are there. Looking pretty grim, though, for Steven Shah. Turn is an 8, and that will do it for Shah. Out in 5th, $81,148. A score that eclipsed his entire career live tournament earnings up to this point. So he's got to be thrilled with this kind of a run.
He has to be so proud of this.
Absolutely.
Friends and family that have tuned in. How can you not be the small business owner? Leave local out here. Had a chance.
No worries.
Now we have our final 4.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Shah battled for 3 straight days. Had him a lot at this main stage feature table. Out the door though in 5th for a new career high score.
Vierling gets right back to work.
Felton defends a 6 off, 4-4 deuce.
So brutal. Like these spots, if you're Felton, there's nothing you can do. If you don't connect, you're basically just done. You may know. Okay, ace-high is the best hand right now, for sure. But are you really going to fight for it? You really want to face another barrel? The answer is yes.
Yes. And there with ace-high. Turn is a king.
And let's just repeat the exact same thing. Do you really want to fight for it? You probably think ace-high is the best hand. Comes that second shell.
And it's a sizable shell that gets the job done again for Jessica Vierling, who with that now has about half the chips in play. Oh.
Unbelievably dominant performance over the last 2 days of coverage. She started with the final 15, I believe second in chips at 6.6 million. The chips in play.
I had natural line, but I didn't take it. 7 deuce off.
Final 4 guarantee $111,000, a 43K pay jump from 4th to 3rd. What a turnout here at Commerce. More than 2.2 million in this prize pool. Joseph's Clinic, best final table performance at next year's Global Poker Awards, calling it now. It very well could be. Could be considered. At least from what we've seen so far, she's on pace for one of those performances you'll remember for a while.
Whoa.
Kings for Christian Roberts.
I think he just called out of the small blind.
Comes ace-jack 7. How did he know?
So spooky. I get that we're trapping a lot. Maybe trying to set up who we thought could be Vierling, squeezing wide out of the big to apply pressure. Disastrous flop for the Kings. Wow.
And just folds. That's how you lose the stone min with Kings, I guess. But yeah, I think you're right. It was probably the setup for anything crazy that came from Vierling. Rail continues to build. Is that Campbell standing? Dimitri Campbell?
Oh, there he is.
Eliminated late last night. And now it's Felton with the kings.
Let's keep giving everybody premiums. We're going to be in for fireworks all night.
Green raise 600,000. 6 folds. 8 folds.
How much?
600,000.
Or not.
Yep. Bit of disappointment for Felton, excuse me. We welcome you all in on GGPoker's YouTube channel. This is where we'll be for the rest of the week. Full coverage of the Tournament of Champions, the only live bracelet event in the U.S. outside of Vegas to award an official World Series of Poker bracelet. It'll be the first bracelet of 2024. We'll see that play out starting Wednesday. Tomorrow, perhaps a Beat the Legends event with Jamie Gold and Phil Hellmuth. And maybe we'll even get a couple legends to show up.
Yeah, who's supposed to join that?
I think the Commerce Poker Pros. Some of them.
Oh, so McLovin.
But you might see McLovin again.
It's the only legend in the group.
Small blind, please.
Five suited.
We raised to 600,000. 9 folds.
Ace-9 off for Felton.
30 bigs out of the small
2 million.
is the shortest stack.
2 million.
This feels a little more free. Can 3-bet the Ace-9 off. Get it through. Nicely done. Cooper Felton. Huge roar from the crowd.
The Aussies traveled well.
Yeah.
I heard someone say, "Go Cooper."
Okay, there you go. And I heard one person clap.
Got to be the roommate. Maybe it's Wayne. You think Wayne's out there?
I think he's out there. I'm not sure if he's clapping.
Be supporting everybody.
I could see that.
And other people.
Working hard out there. He'll play Ace-Queen again this time. The suited variety.
9 raises. 650,000.
Felton. Deuces.
Awful
Into
fold.
the muck.
Horrible
Brent.
lay down.
Into the muck. The deuces. Like they quite often are. Just a foldable hand.
Clearly didn't come here to win. Closing in on the chat. Up to 642 likes. Jeff.
Okay,
Thumbs
nice,
up. So we got to
nice.
get to 1,000 to do the bracelet event, the Tournament of Champions. Coming up after this event this week. Click that thumbs up now. Do it for GGPoker. Do it for us. Do it for the bushwhacker here.
Fearing raising on the button. Hilpa calling out of the small blind with the 9-8 off.
He loves to mix it up. We
Yeah.
saw that briefly when we covered him yesterday.
Felton in there with the 9-8 suited. And does flop a straight flush draw.
That's 400,000. 9 folds. Three raised to 1.3 million.
The check raised to 1.3. Just draws the fold right then and there. Nice little upswing for Cooper Felton. More than 12.6 million for him, creating a hint of separation between him and Pilpa as blinds go up. 200K, 400K, 400,000 big blind ante.
Dylan Gomes, wasn't the Aussie down to like one big blind? Yeah, down to two bigs.
600,000.
After the ace-king ran into the aces for the second time yesterday, and here he is, four-handed,
1.6.
playing for the title.
1.6 million.
Pilpa goes up to 1.6. That should just be that.
8 folds.
James Pilpa, $210,000 career live tournament earnings. This is his biggest career score. Closest to a ring so far this year before this event, 36th in the housewarming. That one by Christina Gollins.
200, 400 now, guys.
And it's an hour break, right?
It is now.
Although, is it up to us, or are they going to force us to do it?
I don't think
You guys do whatever you want.
200, 400 right now, guys. Actually, we have to.
Oh, right, 2.
We'll see how we're feeling. We might have
Yeah,
to
we might
because
have-
it's a show.
3 folds.
Roberts now the shortest stack.
It's almost like Vierling having direct position on you is a problem.
Dylan says, thanks guys, all us Aussies are definitely rooting for him. Nice. I can see the support.
I'm seeing, by the way, the
Coop.
clarification. It's not Aussie, it's
Right,
Aussie.
Yeah, the
Aussie?
Aussies.
The Aussies. Like Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah. The Aussies. Yeah. A little bit of an S and a Z. Wow, terrific analysis from Campen. They're starting to read her. She doubles up the big blind and folds. When she has something better, she raises a lot more, and she takes too long to make good calls. How about that?
That
is expert level. You know what? You should come in here and jump in the booth.
What an
With that
observation.
kind of analysis, Campen, you have a real career in this. Thank you very much.
That might be the #1 chat pro comment thus far.
That was a good one.
It'll be hard to top.
Girling raising here with the 9-5. Pilpa calls and flops a jack. James says, commentary is a tough listen, but Cooper and all green is getting me through. That's fair, James. Pilpa calls, and Gerling does turn at 5. 4.8 million in the pot, Pilpa about 9 million behind.
Little bit of a problem. 5 can slide out in front of various draws, still clearly behind an 8 or a 10.
Let's check.
Nice out of Pilpa, recognizing the strength and gonna pump it. Look at this.
2.7 million.
Just feels it's good.
Got it.
Nice pickup by Pilpa. The rail.
Oh, yeah.
Some on their feet. Some watching the stream. What's up, everybody? You guys listening or just watching? Or
Not sure if you saw the reply from the #1 chat pro, Campin, y'all.
oh no, I missed
Yeah,
it. What
he
did
says,
say?
well, I do well at I believe he means our casino
Okay.
here
sure.
in central Saskatchewan, Canada. It's
that-
all
yeah.
about tells.
Yep. Yep. I could see, Campin. I have no doubt that you crush it in Saskatchewan.
She has an easy tell, in my opinion, he says.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely a good read.
Raised to 2.2 million.
In fact, Campin, you would probably 3-bet with queens also.
Well, he
Now-
would not 3-bet with ace-king. It's a drawing hand.
Now, the ace-4 suited, we saw Veerling rip that. Slightly different scenario a little bit earlier in the show.
I don't know,
but it
though.
was facing a 3-bet.
She loves to apply
Small
max
blind.
pressure. Does have 30 bigs. Is one other short stack. She could go for it here. Not an option. Gonna call.
Let's make the call. More than 5 million in the pot. Pilpa 12 million behind. Oh, and it comes ace queen 3 with a diamond. Pilpa flops a set of queens.
All right, players in the high roller, go ahead and take your seat.
Possible disaster for Pilpa.
Pilpa leads for 1.5 million.
Believe I meant Veerling.
It could still turn disastrous for Pilpa, too.
Definitely could be. I mean, there's a lot of backdoor stuff going on, but
There's the call now, 8.2 million in this pot. 6 of diamonds on the turn.
Registration is open. So start of day 2. You'll play 9 levels today. We'll bag up roughly around 12 o'clock.
And it goes check, check. River
No
is the
way.
8 of diamonds. It is indeed disastrous for Pilpa.
I was right all along. This is sickening.
Checks once more on the river. The all in the snap and gets shown the nuts. A sickening run out for James Pilpa. Ends his tournament in 4th place.
He's in disbelief. Bierling is unstoppable.
Disgusting is a certainly fine word for that. If you're James Pilpa, thinks he's setting the trap. Jessica was going for value. Oh, man. Well, when you're playing well and running well, you're going to be pretty tough to beat. Pilpa knows that. He's out in 4th. Great score, more than $111,000. And look at all the chips in front of Bierling, about 2/3 of the chips in play.
It's not that much.
What do I give you, the red ones?
Thank you for making
I don't think I've seen it like that. I mean, going from one side of the table to the other.
Nasty river.
A little color up.
If you're Felton and Roberts watching that one, I mean, you just make $43,000 from an absolute cooler.
Yeah, you also just give up. They should just hand her the title, I think.
like 12.
Seems unbeatable.
8, 9, 10.
Can do no wrong.
With that 12.
Chat going bananas. Felton calls 10-8 suited. East in the window, no clubs.
Thought he said red, or did he want both?
Oh, probably both.
You know who would have folded the set of queens on the river there a moment ago?
Who's that?
The chat pro, Campin.
Oh, Campin would have.
He would have spotted the live tell.
Would have had the read, yeah. Get the chips in play, the denominations, most of them in front of Jess. Red chips 25K, browns 100K a piece. The blue plaques 500,000 a piece.
It's a shame we got to get rid of that. I kind of like seeing all the chips across
I
the
was
table.
thinking the exact same thing. Oh, James Pilpa in the chat. Didn't put her on a backdoor flush. My bad.
Yeah,
I don't think you did anything wrong, James.
It's kind of a tough one to spot, man.
Yeah, heck of a run at it. Congratulations on a great score, great finish. Great to have you.
And she overbet ripped on
Yeah,
the river,
that's just-
which I think she would do clearly with bluffs. Man.
Felton ace queen, bumping it up.
Sizable, too, by the looks of it.
How much?
Got 100 bigs, 9-8 suited.
875.
Consider seeing 3 would be in position. Did make this nearly 3 million. Ride the rush. Yeah.
1.8. 1.8. 1.8 million. 1.8 million.
Play for stacks right here, right now. It would certainly close the action. Can't imagine the bushwhacker just gets it in with ace queen high. And 2.
There's the jam. Cooper has to let it go.
And I'm rewinding a little bit, thinking it back. I think started the hand around 10 million with the ace queen there.
Yeah.
Could just be a jam pre.
Make it easier on yourself.
Make it easy, and if you are going to raise, you might want to even go smaller.
Yeah.
Trying to sort of induce, right?
You do the super small 3-bet or the jam.
You'd be done with it. Huh? You'd be back if you busted right now.
Maybe a slight misstep there from the bushwhacker.
Yeah, she's held on to the 500s the whole time.
She has not bet them once.
Yeah,
I'd be like, they're so fun. How does she
Roy
not
bringing
just
in
have a
even
pile
more
of
500K plaques for Jess Veerling.
Come on, at least do that for us. Huh?
No.
We are witnessing something very special at the moment.
One of the more dominant final table performances
Okay, at the 500
in recent memories.
I don't know. I don't think so.
The arrogance of thinking they're not going to come into play.
I mean, it might. Everything can happen in poker.
That's true. That's true. I know you know that.
And the two of you are good players, you know.
Left with 5.8 million. I think we've lost him. There it is.
Stays alive.
Stole move. Stole my move.
I look back at the Veerling jam. And the ace queen being flung into the muck. Smile acknowledging her rail.
What a spot to Roberts. He's just calling the button with queen 10 suited. He almost doesn't want to step out of line.
Yeah.
Kind of waiting out the bushwhacker, who's our shortest stack at 6 million.
Yeah.
So
Somewhat
Veerling can
close.
just completely destroy these
They
guys.
start to probably just jam a lot, right?
Yes, just max pressure.
Tens for Roberts, deuces for Felton. As Brent mentioned, these guys are just going to try to wait each other out as far as an elimination is concerned for 65K more, and then just hope to run super hot heads up.
Sorry, it's my eyes about it. No, it's okay. You have the right to ask. Thank you.
Great question from Campin in the chat. Hey
this
guys,
should be great. Yes.
Commentators, are we
Yeah.
going to see the full game, the winner tonight?
Oh.
What would you predict, Campin? I
Oh, you
mean,
think
your
we're
reads are pretty spot on.
Going to cut the coverage once we get heads up, maybe. You'll have to read about it. He's been on fire in the chat, Campin.
Yeah, great.
Dynamite drop-ins.
Jack River King.
Deuce.
Check, Jack. 10, winner. A little bit more separation between Roberts and Felton.
We're almost there, Jeff. 835 likes, thumbs up. So just got to get to 1,000, guys. Keep on smashing that like button. Continue to bring you more broadcasts. Otherwise, to what Campin was suggesting, maybe we just have to pull the plug on this three-handed battle if we don't get to 1,000.
King 7 suited all in.
6.3.
Winner. Well, what a run it's been for Cooper Felton. This is at one point, day 2. At just 2 big blinds, has worked his way back, has worked his way into the final 3. Just showing you why you can never give up in a poker tournament.
That also includes this sort of dynamic. Jessica Vierling has all the chips, but anything can happen.
That's true.
Total chaos. It's unpredictable with poker.
Oh, Jack 10. Yeah, nice try, Roberts. Got Matumbo'd. Limping in the small blind. Vierling not going to allow that one.
She's almost got 45 million in chips.
It's less than 60 in play. There's our final 3. Christian Roberts, Jessica Vierling, Cooper Felton. Well, it's a good question. Got to ask, what does Matumbo'd mean? I say it a lot without any real explanation, but you know Dikembe Mutombo, former legend, most of his career spent in Denver in the NBA. And he'd block a shot and wave his finger, no, no, no. So Roberts limps in, Vierling says, no, 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 waves her finger and raises.
Jeff, not everybody is obsessed with the NBA.
But then he did the Geico commercial, or maybe it was it Geico?
Are these Geico commercials airing across the world?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Geico is very successful
Dikembe
insurance.
Mutombo, the finger. I'm with you, but I understand many of the folks, international audience.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have no idea what you're referencing.
Very fair. 6-3. Got her for Vierling.
Even when she misses, she still wins. Felton defended 10-9, no pair, no draw. Now has to face the fury of Vierling.
All right, 6 match players. We are at 75 players remaining, playing 74 places. We will start the hand for hand. We will take 2 minutes off the clock for each hand dealt.
Another one.
There's 2 players during the hand on the same table. We will go by kick out.
See a decent amount of stuff in the chat about audio issues. I think if you refresh, you should be good. But obviously continue to keep us posted. There it is, Vierling more than 45 million. Second place is Roberts with 8.
Decent sized chip lead. Actually took a hand off, I believe. Gonna let these other 2 short guys fight it out.
Hold your action at that point. Do not turn over any cards. We're going to make the other tables decide on their hands before they get to see the results of yours. All right, players and dealers, in the 6 match, shuffle up and deal 1 hand.
Roberts can do a little Dikembe, Jeff, here, if he'd like. Punish the Bushwhacker, just over 10 bigs for him.
And there it is, Matumboed, like you said. Yeah, again, so for those experiencing some audio issues, just refresh and you'll be good. Thank you all in the chat for the feedback. Kevin Kramer, glad I bought her action for WSOP yesterday, yeah. Got a nice tip from Josh Aria that she had some action available on Poker Stake. Probably very little available now after watching these last 2 days. This Felton picks up the ace-jack.
Oh, she probably sold out overnight. And you better do it now, because if she wins this tournament, she just might remove all the
Yeah,
action and take
true.
100% of herself.
She does still have a little bit of action left
on
Poker Stake. I would get after that, folks.
Now has aces against ace.
Wow.
Jack. I mean, this is cold-blooded.
5.3. 5.3. Just start.
Felton about to be felted.
Small 3-bet. Look back from Felton. Thinks he has a good hand. Just not good enough. There's the all-in and the call. And here we go. Felton, ace-jack in a world of hurt against Jessica Vierling's aces. Does the comeback story end here? Or can Felton find a way?
Pretty standard. King deuce or something.
Jack 7 deuce, a little bit of life.
Is this a one-time worthy? I don't know.
I would think it's a one-time
this
worthy
is a
with 3 left
qualifier.
in the circuit main.
Use the one-time up right now.
Looking for a jack or club. Turn card.
Oh, that's boring.
Is the 3 of diamonds. Boring turn indeed. Felton relegated to 1 of 2 jacks, or he's our 3rd place finisher. Crowd on their feet. River card is a 5. That'll do it for the Aussie. Cooper Felton, a remarkable comeback from 2 big blinds late in day 2 to a 3rd place finish worth almost $155,000.
Career best score for the Aussie. Fantastic story he'll be able to tell.
110,000?
Nah.
No? Take it?
Much less.
Best hat in the game. Worst book bag. Did you see the backpack?
I caught
the
a glimpse.
backpack, really.
Well, he's got plenty of money now.
He's going to need an upgrade
yeah,
there. What
good.
was that?
Double check for the birds. Smirk, nod of acknowledgement. There it is, 5 on the river, ends Cooper's day. And it means we are heads up.
Congratulations. Cool. You've got like 7-1 chip advantage. Is that right? 7-1? About right, I think.
Look at the payouts. Difference of 110K.
Your first 6-figure heads up.
All right, Cooper Felton out in 3rd. Afterwards, catches up with our Natalie Bodie.
I got. I don't really.
Here with Cooper out in 3rd, not the finish that I know you wanted, but any solace in your best live cash to date?
Definitely happy. Definitely happy with the score. It's a lot of money. So coming back from 2 big blinds with like 23 left, you can't ask for much more. It's a good result. Definitely still happy.
For those at home that don't know, you mentioned you had 2 big blinds. What was the story there to get to this point where you finished in 3rd for about 155K?
It was a journey. I kept winning all-ins with less than 8 bigs, and sometimes that happens, and you end up getting on the final 3. And you never know, you might be able to double up with final 3 and then up winning. But today it wasn't the case. Yeah.
Great run at it. Thank you, Cooper.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Cooper. Great run at it indeed. Christian Roberts has worked his way into at least a top 2 finish. Laddered his way up. He's got a deal, though, with Leia and with Jessica Vierling, who has absolutely run over this table. She will take a sizable chip lead into heads up. First place prize of more than $328,000. It comes with a World Series of Poker Circuit ring, which comes with an entry into the Tournament of Champions in just 2 days here at the Commerce Casino. So many jams, so many wins. Rail building. Lappy on the rail, her boyfriend thrilled.
Oh, that was Lappy out there?
Mm-hmm. He's fired up. Look at that chip lead.
Roberts, just maintain, right? You've got almost 30 bigs, and you and I, we have seen this so many times. Heads up can be an absolute roller coaster.
That is so true.
The variance is insanely high. Certainly Vierling and Roberts aware of that. She is, of course, a large favorite. But we are far from done.
200K, 400K, 400K, big blind ante. Queen 7 deuce, good start for Roberts. What's the better pair?
Roberts really studying Vierling's body language, trying to pick up as much as he can.
Taking the angle with the seat to where he can just look directly at her. no. This idiot who Brent and I have dealt with in the chat multiple times.
Oh, is Simmons back?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Jeff, get out the moderator hammer.
I'm ready, but
he's going to come back with like 8 more accounts.
Yeah, that's so brutal. Meanwhile, Roberts check raise to 1.3 million. Vierling calls. Turn brings the king of clubs. Roberts' hand still best. Perhaps a slightly uncomfortable turn card.
But Campen's back. He says that Roberts was the first one he noticed that could pick up on her tells. Wow.
Bets 1.4 million.
Vierling will fire here. Fire small, 1.4 million.
I think I like this. It's defensive in a way. Or if you get called, maybe we just go to showdown with the pair, whereas if we improve, we can ramp up the aggression and go for the remainder of the stack. But it is sort of bizarre with Roberts only having 6 million behind. Is she already intending to barrel it off as a bluff?
Some rivers are really good maybe with the jack in hand as Roberts check calls. Like this river 9 with the deuce in her hand and with the jack in her hand. Is the door open?
Seems,
Nope.
Yeah,
Check,
it
check.
seems awfully thin.
Bit of a grimace after that one.
I think it's a wise shutdown. She has to be
after
so aware of her image too. Like she goes for
That's
it
true.
a lot.
That's
Like
true.
Roberts was not going to fold a queen. Okay, game on.
Yes, indeed.
Roberts up to 12.5 million.
Let me get that on the thing.
Suppose we just reverse the hands. Now Roberts takes his shot with Jack Deuce. He's got a good one.
Sevens.
Seven raised to 1.2. 3 folds.
Drawing makes a 1.2 winner.
What are you going to want to do about dinner break?
Get dinner.
We could all go on dinner break together. How does that sound?
Little group outing?
Meditate or something.
Take the dealer with you.
Jeff, you're the head of the stats department.
Yeah.
As far as this question and category is concerned.
Yes.
If Vierling were to take home the title, I believe this would be our 4th female
Do you think
ring
so?
winner
Yeah.
for this circuit stop.
Do believe that is correct.
Evolution continues. Absolutely crushing.
Seven bets 400,000.
Apologize, Jeff. It looks like Richard Simmons is back.
This is the 5th one.
It says, I like the
Usually-
hopscotch over Mrs. in my rainbow attire. That is,
I mean,
we'll give him the one read.
you have to have quite some life to just create a bunch of YouTube accounts and spam a poker chat.
All dedicated to Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Which ironically is who you work out to in the morning, the videos.
Right, you would think you'd have a little more respect, right? Stella in the chat, we reached 1,000 likes. Very nice.
There we
Thank you,
go.
guys.
Great job. Oh, you might as well keep hammering the button. Like and subscribe.
Seven bets, 1.3.
1.3 million is
Snap
called
call.
quickly by Roberts.
Beautiful by Roberts.
Gaining a little traction.
Erling's starting to maybe feel a little frustrated. I don't think so. She's been here many, many times.
Roberts, a little more than 12. Nan Man in the chat says, when Jessica wins, and she will, it's likely to be 4 rings by women, a likely circuit record. Natalie Bodie on the rail. You know, Brent, I mean, I don't really know what Natalie's doing there, but we both know we've watched enough final tables over the years to see that rails get a little rowdy and perhaps some beverages.
Cocktails
are
flowing
involved.
out there?
Yeah, so maybe Natalie just thought if she kind of moved in on the rail, there perhaps would be some available. Just speculation, though, on my end.
No, understandable, though.
Did you notice Wayne, by the way, going up to the 2 of them before we got started in Heads Up, just asking if they'd be interested in playing cash?
Trying to get their numbers for future lineups?
Yeah.
Maybe didn't get the memo, though. We got to keep the...
We have a live production
keep
ongoing.
The
It
crew
doesn't
up
stop,
you know, until the
at Heads
show's
Up.
done.
Oh, boy, Natalie, not thrilled.
Three calls. Seven shots.
Jacks for Veerling.
Seven shots.
This guy's the worst.
Roberts, I think he's pretty good.
No, not Roberts. Apologies to anybody who thought I was talking about Roberts or anybody except this spammer.
Now that Natalie's returned to the chat, I've been
Yeah.
waiting for this. Can everyone just get out the wine emoji?
Oh, yeah.
Just go nuts. The glass of wine. This is for you, Natalie. Just load it up. As many of the wine emojis as you can fit on the screen.
Seven bets, 800,000. Three calls.
Veerling bets, Veerling wins. Conrad says, don't let him get to you, Platt. You're right, Conrad. We remind you that the Tournament of Champions is coming up in just 2 days. The only live event outside of Vegas in the U.S. that will award a World Series of Poker bracelet. It'll be the first one awarded in 2024.
Look at all the
Yeah, this
and
is
Natalie says,
beautiful.
I literally bought Brent dinner.
Even WSOP with some wine emojis in the chat. Do you
Right,
see that?
WSOP's in there. They know. Natalie, this is my gift to you.
That's very nice.
Seven raised to 800,000.
Now I'm thirsty.
9-4 suited for Roberts makes the call. Roberts flops top pair on the 9-8-7. CC kind of fair, says Jeff. That'll be a tech on your part. How is that any different from all my question marks? Did award a technical foul for too many question marks yesterday. The emojis are different. Brent called for them, I think, so I'm going to say it's fine. Oh, God.
Richard is back.
I got him quick that time.
Did you?
Pretty quick, I mean. Within 10 seconds.
7 bets, 1.5 million.
Is Vierling try to put some pressure on here, betting 1.5 million.
Complicated board. I mean, he is fixed.
Three calls.
River is a 6. The straight does come in for Vierling. 6 of diamonds.
It's the bottom end, clearly. It's going to find value.
Yeah, this is nice.
7 bets, 1.6 million.
This is just a horrific spot for Roberts. Nothing but a pure bluff catcher. She'd have to be turning like a pair of 6s into a bluff, and excellent fold.
Finds the fold.
Further separation now. 84% of the chips in play.
Would have been silly to fold my hand on the turn, but I really wanted to.
Three calls.
Robert slams in with the ace-king suited.
7 checks.
Feeling not falling in the trap quite yet. And Roberts flops a king.
7 checks. Three bets, 400,000. 7 folds.
Bets and wins. Christian Roberts has a World Series of Poker bracelet. Won one online last year. No rings, though, to his name. Jessica Vierling has a ring. Came in 2022. So she'll need one this year to qualify for the Tournament of Champions.
7 raised to 800,000.
Roberts defends. 5-3-3. This one all Vierling.
Bets 400,000. 400,000. Raised to 1 million.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Jack raising with the Jack-7, the dream spot for Vierling. Turn is a king.
Turn cards for Roberts, and I guess that we can continue on. I can't imagine this is one of them.
Oh,
Stand
but he's
corrected.
reaching
Yeah,
and he is firing.
Extraordinarily aggressive. This one just poorly timed. Now, maybe do we have the memo? And if she's got a 5, is the plan to ever fold?
River, ace of clubs, 8 million in the pot. Roberts about 6 million behind.
Oh, no.
And he does jam. Vierling does call, and it's all over. A dominant performance by Jessica Vierling. And she is our World Series of Poker Circuit main event champion here at Commerce Casino.
No.
Our champ takes home more than $328,000. And just a remarkable performance from beginning to end.
Just an all-timer. An incredible player. The emotions. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Waving to the camera, the family, the friends back home. Enjoy it, Jessica Vierling. You're the champion, and you're headed to the Tournament of Champions.
You have absolutely earned it.
Oh, my God.
To say the least. We'll remember that one for a while. Wire to wire. You see the top left corner of your screen? Down to 1 out of 1,467.
I'm not done yet. You can wait. You can.
She's going to stack those chips. She's already getting ready for the winner's photo, Brent.
I don't blame her. There's Leia, the dog, out there. Her #1 supporter.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's send it down to the floor. Natalie Bodie, Jonathan Ng, take it away.
6-3. Damn. Oh my God, so many cameras.
Here with our tournament director, Jonathan Ng, as well as our champion, Jess Vierling. Jess, congratulations. Take me through the grind of the last 5 days that ultimately led to this moment.
Okay, so I busted a bullet on day 1A, then I busted 2 on day 1B, and then I busted another one on day 1C. No, I didn't. I bought in another time on day 1C, and that made it. And then just, I don't know, cards, poker, decisions, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I mean, I was just thinking poker. That's pretty much it.
I heard the support from your rail, and they discussed the type of year that you had. What will this ring, this victory, and the biggest score of your career yet ultimately mean to you?
It's amazing. I was in a downswing for like the 5 months, so this is incredible. This is so good.
Well, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jonathan, who will present you your ring.
Jessica, welcome to Commerce.
Thank you.
This is our first WSOP Circuit Events here, and you're one of 4 women that made it.
Let's go, girls.
Yeah, awesome. And I want to share this with you with all my Commerce team.
Thank you so much.
Guys, come on in.
Commerce team, come on out.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Good job. Well done. Thank you. Nice job. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Did you had any idea going into this that you're going to take the ring?
No.
So it's a great surprise, right?
Yeah. I mean, when it started running, like, it had aces and kings, and it was like, I was like, maybe.
Right, so, as they say, poker god is on your side.
Today.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to Commerce, and thanks for playing here.
Thank you so much.
And we'll hand over that ring. Let's give another big congratulations to Jess Vierling, the winner of the 2024 World Series of Poker Circuit LA main event.
It's a good emotion.
How could I not? Oh, no, it is. Oh, there we go.
Ran over this final table, winning more than $328,000. That might do it for the main, but the series is not over yet. Tomorrow, Beat the Legends with Jamie Gold and Phil Hellmuth. Wednesday, it is the Tournament of Champions, what we have been gearing up for our entire crew. For Natalie Bodie, for Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time from the World Series of Poker Circuit Finals at Commerce Casino and Hotel. Good night.